Hi Trinity Rock and Pop Drummers, hope you're well. Little talk through video for you here for Falling. Trinity Rock and Pop Drums, grade 2. Love this. And what's really cool about this is not only is it a really nice song, it's actually a different feel from a lot of things that guys and girls have played up to this point. So grade 0, grade 1 is pretty much all about like a straight eights feel, or at least something based on that, some kind of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what we've got here is a 12/8 feel, often called the triplet feel, where you've got the sort of pulse running through the music: 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or cucumber, 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 cucumber. So the time signature 12/8, what that means is there are 12 eighth notes running through the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember, on a time signature, the top number tells you the number of beats in the bar, and the bottom number tells you what type of beat makes one beat, like what note value. So 12 means 12 beats in the bar. The 8 on the bottom means they're eighth notes or quavers. So a lot of people, musicians, would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Personally, I never really did that. I always quite liked keeping things as simple as possible. So I just count these as if they were triplets in 4/4, so effectively the same feel. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And that is, for each beat, you've got 1, or whatever number, as in the 1 on the beat, trip, which I would use to refer to the second note, and let, which I would use to refer to the third note. 1 triplet. So cucumber, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. So I use that terminology here. I hope that's cool. And let's have a little talk through it, man. So what you got is Alicia doing her thing at the start. The little dot with the arcing line over the top is a fermata, means a pause, right? So in other words, it's a little bit longer than it looks to be there. She's doing her thing. You let the talent there do the thing and that they do, and there's not, the timing isn't absolutely set in stone. But the point is, when it then says piano in brackets with the little tacit, the black bar over the top, you're up and running, man. And there the tempo is now solid again. So whereas where the fermata is over the top, there's a little bit of a hold, a little bit like, up to the singer, how they bring it in, which is quite true of a lot of songs. Once the piano then drops, you're then at tempo. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4, and again 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And when we come in here, we're just keeping a bit of time on the hi-hat. I'll play you bars 4 and 5. So here we've just got the eighth note triplets, as we're counting them, played on hi-hat. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So basically hi-hat all the way, a little rim click at the end. Now for me here, the dynamics are really important. This is pretty soft. MP, mezzo piano. Now I think of the different dynamics when you're playing on a hi-hat as MP and quieter. I typically would play with the tip of the stick, like on top of the hi-hat. And for me, MF or louder, I'd play with the like the shaft of the stick, like on the edge of the hi-hat. So MP and P, for example. But MF, I'd play an F. Obviously, on some grooves, you play, like if you're using like a molar type of technique, you sometimes play shaft and then the tip. Or in triplet feel. But here I'm just going to play tip of the stick all the way. So again, bars 4 and 5. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So the side stick, quick note about side stick here. Spread your fingers out, put your hand right in the center of the drum head, spread your fingers out, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, and you kind of do a thing with a side stick where your drum teacher normally tells you not to do, which is press down. So pick it up to about 45 degrees, hopefully you can see this all right, and then flick it down like this, man. Like, you actually use quite a bit of force, and I always think with the side stick, although it's a sound associated with like lighter songs or lighter pieces of music, or at least lighter sections in songs, you still need it to project. Like often it's a sound that can get lost in a mix, even on a quieter song. So you basically give it a whack on a side stick. So you want it to project, even though we're at a low volume here. Okay, cool. That's that. So the little open hi-hat lifts up your left foot. O for open. You're then going to close that at the beginning of the next bar. And so now I'll play you bars 6 and 7. Here it comes. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Oh, did it wrong. Here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. You get, and this is just a case of like following the following the part along the kicks and the snares, just playing what you see. One really cool thing you can do is you really don't have to play straight away like the whole thing all the way through with the music. Just take like little 2-bar sections like we're doing here and just loop them. Just make friends with them, get to know them. So I'll play those 2 bars again. So 6 and 7, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And loop. So loads of that kind of practice, man. Just like taking little sections, putting them on a loop. Great way to build this up. Next line. 8 and 9. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So a little bit more going on there with the kicks at the end. But really here, everything is just in sync with the hi-hat flow, isn't it? So all the kicks and the snares, just locking with those. So I would recommend at first just playing, 2 bars at a time in that manner. I'll do that one time again. This is 8 and 9, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. Okay, cool. And now I'll do the whole section starting at 4. So here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4, bar 4. Without the kick, I'll do it again. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Rim click. Bar 8. Okay, just drill that section on its own, like no rush, often people say at grade 2, I'm just finding it hard to play all the parts at speed with the music. Well, that's cool, man. It's grade 2, like it's supposed to take some building up. Just a bit of patience here goes a really, really long way. So a couple of bars at a time, drill it, follow the notes that you're seeing on the page, and then bit by bit put that together. Cool, and then the chorus here, I'll play the whole chorus first up. It goes like this. So same sort of feel, we move over to the ride there clearly, and kick and snare, same sort of stuff as we saw before. Obviously now we're hitting a regular open snare drum, so whereas we had a cross where the snare drum was written before, that was the side stick, we've now got a regular note, so a regular open snare drum hit. The dynamic goes up a bit as well, MF, so with your stick here, 45 degrees or a bit more on the snare drum, like just that sense of it lifting, and music is so much all about levels. This song's got some nice levels in it, so just that sense of it lifting into the chorus, give that emotional lift. Cool. So really there's not much else to say about this chorus. It's just following those notes in that way. The big thing is the snare drum flam, which comes on beat 3 if you're counting 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Watch out for that. I'll do that chorus a couple of times. 1, 2, 3. Here it goes. Chorus, bar 10. And again, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. So on the beat 3, a little bit unusual there. That's a very grade 2 move, isn't it? Stopping on the 3 rather than the things we saw at grade 1. So just watch out for that, man. And if that doesn't feel instinctive at first, that's fine, man. Just build it up, take your time with it. Okay, then we're into the next verse. I'll play this one time. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, bar 14, verse 2. Drum fill. Okay, so this verse is a bit different in that it sets up the initial groove, and then it's up to you to sort of play something a bit like it. Consim means continue similar, so in the same vein, you can just play straight repeats. It's nice to throw in the odd variation here or there. I did an open hi-hat, I think, and added in a couple of kicks at one point. So perhaps just being inspired by the variations you'd seen in the first verse, just lift some of them, man, or play something a bit like that. Just simple variations. You're not going to get any extra credit here for like doing anything too crazy, or certainly not launching into drum fills or anything like that. Just continue in that same style. Now, one challenge that we often face here is following the music when the notes that have disappeared. So the diagonal slashes, each one means one quarter note, one crotchet continue similar. What often happens is people get a bit like, because they get perhaps at grade 1, for some people, the main way they've learnt the music is like literally following the notes, like karaoke style, following the notes on the page, and they've disappeared all of a sudden. So we've got to here develop some skills of keeping our place and keeping going while not having actual notes to follow. The best way to do that, a couple of great ways, is just to listen to the music load. So this really, I think they've kind of done this partly as a way to just make sure that you're using your ears as well as your eyes, basically, when you're doing this. So you've got to just get a feel for that. And just that kind of core skill, actually, more generally, of keeping track of, like being able to count or keep track of where you are whilst you're playing. That can be partly a feel thing, so just listen to the music loads. I'm always like, the one thing I'm most amazed at in all the sessions that I teach is like people who don't listen to this music, trying to learn songs, they never listen to it. It's a nice song, man. Put it on, listen to it, get to know it. With repetition, you kind of feel where the things are happening, you feel where the fills are coming in, you feel where the chorus is coming in, but also being able to count 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. A nice little exercise would be like, try playing the song, and it doesn't have to be note for note, but try playing the song without the sheet music, just along to the backing track, and make sure you can punctuate, again, even if you're not playing the actual fills, the verse into the chorus, and then the verse into the next chorus. And just feel where you are, man, because that's a huge part of being a musician. Like, sure, reading music is cool and counting is cool, but like, you have to have a musical ear as well. All those things are super important, man. You need a musical heart, musical head, and a musical ear, I suppose. You need all these things firing, man. So important. Make sure you can play the song. You kind of feel where that comes in. You can just kind of imagine the notes there as well on the page, but some people find that easier than others. Listen to it, play it a load, and you'll get it, man. You'll get it. Okay, so let's just have a look at a couple of bits. At 17, you got those extra kick drums. So I'll play 16 and 17. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. Here's 17. 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So if you're doing a straight repeat, which I was doing there, of the first bar at the beginning of the verse, you're actually going to go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Here we go. You're actually going to do a kick on the let, if you like, of beat 2. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, bar 17, and then 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And you'll still probably do the snare drum side stick backbeat on beat 4, as in 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So again, bars 16 and 17, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Here we go. And again, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, cool. Big fill at the end of the verse. Now this comes in on beat 2. This is another grade 2 move. So something that we see more and more at grade 2 is drum fills not starting on the 1, and that's cool. What's going to happen is it's going to take a little more time than you might expect. It's not going to be massively instinctive for most people at first, at full speed with the music. To land this, you've got to build it, man. People say, I'm struggling with this, I don't know why. Well, it's because you've got to build the skills involved, man. So just have a little drill of it, take it out of the song. Let's play bars 20 and 21. We're just going to loop that a couple of times. Remember that the fill starts on beat 2. So on bar 21, you'll probably play 1 triplet at the start before the drum fill comes in, as if you were going to do a bar of groove. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet will be a full bar of groove. We're going to go 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So I reckon that sticking there, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, so single stroke roll. You could do 2 lefts at the end. That would work fine. In fact, that would prepare your right stick, give your right stick a bit more time to get over to the ride for the start of the chorus. But either of those is fine. So 20 and 21. Here it comes a couple of times. Let's drill it. 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 1, 2 triplet, 3 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And again. 3, 4, 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. One last time. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just give yourself a bit of a practice on that, man. Just generally, again, a massive reminder that when you just run the song over and over again with the music, the problem is the tricky moments like that, the sort of cool grade 2 moments that take some building up. The thing is, you only get to practice them once, right? And you almost certainly won't get it the first time, and then you go again. And so, say that you run the song 3 times, there's, best part of 10 minutes gone probably, or 5 or 10 minutes gone, and you've only practiced that tricky moment 3 times, right? And probably not got it each time. So just take these moments out of the song, like drill these little 2-bar loops. Can't stress this enough. Super important when you're trying to do this thing, which is learning a song note for note, learning a part, which is truly what we're doing when we do grade pieces, isn't it? Cool. And now we'll do that one more time going into the chorus. Here it comes. So I'm going to play bar 20 to the end now. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. Now the chorus. Okay, so once you launch into this chorus, pretty much the same as the first chorus at first. Nice ride cymbal playing triplets, kick and snare, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Oh, my mistake. Play it again. Start of the chorus. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. But then, bar 23, big hit on beat 4. Crash and snare together. Let's drill that a little bit. This is the chorus starting at 22, just those 2 bars, 22, 23, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So same again, this is bar 22, bar 23, and again, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I reckon right stick up to the crash, or lead stick up to the crash, and then keep your left stick on the snare at that point. Okay, last line. 24. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 24 is more of the same kind of groove. 25, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, and then a flam on beat 3, then a flam on beat 4, triplet on the kick, and then finally crash and kick on beat 1 of the next bar. Here comes 25 and 26 a couple of times. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 2, 3, and again 24, 25, sorry. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet. Last time 25, 26. Okay, and last time I'm going to play the whole final chorus. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 bar 22. So I hope that all makes a bit of sense. One final thought about this is, when we're doing this, what we're doing is we're learning a part, aren't we? We're truly learning a part. So we're playing note for note, except for the sections where it's consim. We're playing a part note for note, like an actor learning their lines in a play, and we then have to say the lines. That's the challenge here. You don't have to start by learning note for note. In the end, that's the idea. What you can do, a really good way into a lot of songs, is to do a kind of jam through version first, right? And that's totally fine. Like, to get to the point of learning it all, what you can do, and a lot of drummers benefit from doing this, and some songs maybe lend themselves to this more than others, but most songs you can do it to some extent. Do a cheat sheet, right? Or at least a play-by-ear version. So really, when you boil down to it, this is a triplet feel, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and it basically goes verse, chorus, right? So people get hung up on a song like this quite a bit, and the thing is, like, that structure is very simple, isn't it? So without even owning this book or opening this book, at least you could have this, get this track on and just play, couldn't you? You could just, like, quite quickly, like, work out where the verse is, where the chorus is, and just sort of do a jam along version, right? Say you went to a jam night and somebody was playing this, or you just jam this through with your mates, you didn't have this book to hand. You could basically put together a part quite quickly, couldn't you? Where the verse was a triplet feel on the hi-hat with a side stick, and the chorus was a triplet feel on the ride with a snare drum hit, right? Maybe do that a bit first, just like get it going a bit first, you know what I mean? And then what that might give you the chance to do, and this works for a lot of people, is you really actually get a feel for the song. You know, I've been doing these lessons quite a long time now, and the thing that I sometimes find a bit frustrating, honestly, is, like I said earlier, people just having no awareness of the tune, and they're trying to learn this part off a page, and they say things like, well, it's confusing, I'm confused by it, and they're confused because they haven't really got any musical context for it. So yeah, listen to the song loads, but also just have a little jam along to it. Like, before you, that's kind of one of the inspirations behind me making the videos in the first place, like doing video demos of the songs, is you can kind of just listen to it and get a feel for it. Like, you get to see where it's going before you then get into the small stuff. You know, this actually becomes more and more of a thing I find as you go through the grades or start learning more and more complex tunes. I said this in the video about Smooth Criminal from grade 6 as well. Like, do a little jam through version first, get a feel for the song, like, be able to do something. Or another way of saying it is, imagine the gig was tonight, right? Alicia's drummer's, he can't make it. She phoned you up, man, can you come and do the gig? Like, I don't mind if you don't play the notes note for note from the record, but we need a beat, man. We need something that makes the music feel good and gives it a lift in the chorus, and just basically keeps time. Do that first, right? So use your ears, do the thing that, musicians do when they're sort of jamming through tunes first, and then once you've got a feel for the song, where it goes, where the verse is, where the chorus is, then with that feel then up your sleeve, you can then go and get into the part a bit more. So I really would recommend doing that, and for a lot of the tunes, doing that. Do a sort of jam through version first. By cheat sheet, I mean, if it's necessary to do this, you can just literally write out on a piece of paper. This is what I do if I've got to learn lots of songs quickly, and I'm not that bothered about being note for note. Just write, like, intro, piano and vocal only, and then 2 bars. Then you'd write like 2 bars piano for this song, and then you'd write verse, 8 bars, triplet feel, side stick, and then you'd write chorus, triplet feel, ride cymbal, big hit on the snare, 2 and 4. Like, just a basic, like, you could easily sum that up on a side of A4, couldn't you? Just to get through the song. So I'm just saying, like, consider doing that first, because so often I find people getting getting caught up stuck on the small elements, the small details, when in fact, the thing they're truly stuck on is they're just not feeling like where the verse is going into the chorus, for example. On this song, it seems to be particularly on that, where the second verse goes into the second chorus. So yeah, just do a jam along version first. Hope that's all making a bit of sense. And thanks for watching as always. Any questions about that or anything else, give us a shout. It's a lovely little tune to play, that one. And please like, share and subscribe these videos. Appreciate so much people doing that. If you do subscribe and you want to get a notification every time I upload a video, please click the little bell icon. Thanks to all the amazing people who supported this channel by buying me a virtual coffee, so to speak, at my Buy Me a Coffee page that's below. If you've benefited from watching these videos, please consider doing that. You can also become a monthly member now, where you get a load of cool stuff like drum support from me, video responses personalized to you from me, a whole lot of other cool stuff as well. You get extra members video once a week. That's going to be more than that now. So members videos, you get a shout out on the channel. There's some amazing stuff. So please consider that. Check it out. All details in the description below. And thanks a million for watching as always. I will see you soon. Thanks so much.